and welcome to the AllBrands show. I'm Barbara Chatelain from AllBrands.com, and oh my gosh, can you believe that this year is almost over? It's 2020. Can you believe it? Let me know where you're watching from, what you're working on, if you're finishing up any projects, if you're thinking about, geez, what am I going to be doing, this next year? There's just so many exciting things to just start planning. So one thing that we're really excited about is tomorrow we'll be announcing a winner for the PS500 sewing machine from Brother. It's an amazing machine, and so that's why I wanted to take some time today to show you just more in depth than what Angela and I were able to show you yesterday, just how good this machine really is. So I plan on doing an in-depth demo on that, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Oh my gosh, and yes, so to be eligible to win, you type in hashtag, that's my, that's how I show you hashtag, but hashtag SocialHop2020. So, and I have another exciting thing that I will be announcing later on in this video. But the giveaway for that is tomorrow, and I will be with Angela Wolff on her channel at that time. So let's just say hey to some folks. Robin, yes, you got it right. We love you joining us. And to all the Wolff Pack out there, we love you so much. Hi, Elizabeth. And Marion, oh my gosh, I didn't even get through everything I was going to tell you. Oh, look how cute that design is. It's so cute. Stephen, thank you so much for watching. Stephen is our service technician at our San Antonio location, and he's awesome. He's also just a guru in free motion quilting and multi-needle embroidery. He's kind of like one of those people that just like loves to learn all there is to know about sewing. Babette, good to see you again from Louisiana. It's always nice to see you. Hey, Coastal. Oh my gosh, it's good to see so many sewers in here. Barbara O'Neill, Social Hop 2020. Yeah, so that gets you eligible to win. And Judy, hi from Alabama. Hey from Louisiana. And AllBrands is also in Texas. Oh my gosh, so don't forget, here's the hashtag right here, Social Hop 2020. Someone says, get it. Yeah, I hope you get it. But you have to do the hashtag Social Hop 2020. And so I'm going to be showing you that PS500 machine, and I'll do my best today. As you can see, I'm in a different studio. I'm actually at our AllBrands location because I couldn't take these machines off of the floor for long enough because there's too many people in retail that wanted to test drive them. So I decided to do this at the store today. So just pardon the crazy lighting and weird videography on my part, but we have a lot to look forward to. Oh, and also I'm going to be showing you our RSE 625 combination embroidery and sewing machine, which is awesome. And if we have time, I'm going to do an unboxing on the NS80 machine. Janet, Arnell, you did make it. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. I saw your your text earlier, or your message. Oh, I love y'all so much. It's so good to see everybody. Lisa, hi. Oh my gosh, welcome to the show. And Lucille and Janet, y'all are so amazing. We love you so much. And I wanted to say, AllBrands.com has been a family-owned and operated business since 1976, and we pride ourselves on that. We actually have a third generation on the way. My twin brother, or they're here actually, but they're next in line for the business. So we're so excited. Just to be a family-owned and operated business in this day and age is just something that you don't see a lot of, and so we really appreciate all of your support. And and we love doing these shows with you. So another reason why I'm at the office today is because I was organizing my sewing room. So how many of you guys are doing that? Just raise your hand. So yeah, I wanted to bring in a whole new smorgasbord of product in there to test and learn more about. So, oh, Debbie, yes, those electric scissors. Yes, the electric scissors are awesome. That's the EC1 or WBT1 on our website, allbrands.com. So yeah, okay. So what's our New Year's goals? What's your New Year's goals? Tell me in the comments. Seems like I'm always organizing. And Mary, yes, I think, you know, I think as creative people, we get bogged down in UFOs and what was the other one? TBDs or something. And it's hard to find like a direction. And I feel like whenever I decide to purge the things that I'm not excited about, and then it allows me to focus more on projects that I am excited about. And I enjoy doing it a little bit more. Carol says, just take over the living room. And Jude says, get some UFOs done. Yes. Oh my goodness. Put some storage shelves. Yeah, storage is always just something that's difficult, but definitely a necessity. And yeah, what a great New Year's resolution to sew more next year. And hey, Carrie, I hope you come on the show again sometime soon. Oh my gosh, Carol, you are hilarious. New Year's goal, get it together. Yeah, so I have an exciting announcement from AllBrands. We are getting it together with the AllBrands show. We have actually expanded our marketing department. So this will be the last one that I do all by myself. We're going to have a team of folks to bring you a really amazing show. And some things that we're really excited about it that we feel is going to make our show unique and different is we're going to be doing a community highlight section. And that just features, there's so many great sewers out there, and you don't have to be famous to be highlighted on the show. We're going to start asking for people to register to be on the show and to be featured on the show so that we can show everyone what people are doing, like what you're sewing. And Carrie, yes, I'd love to have you back on this show. You're always welcome. So that's something that we're really excited about. We're also going to be teaming up with some TV channels, which is really exciting. And we just want to make a community that's fun, inviting, and that inspires everybody to be creative. So, but this is the last video that I'm going to do all by myself until 2021. So we're going to talk about the PS500. Oh my gosh. What a great idea. Thank you so much, Janet. Okay, so I'm going to switch my camera to the Brother PS500 sewing machine. And I know we talked about it for about 10 minutes yesterday. And let me see if I'm muted. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Let me know if you guys can hear me.
Let me know if you guys can hear me. All right. So this is the machine here. I absolutely love it. And the one thing that I really love about it is the needle threader. And we talked about that a little bit yesterday, but I'm going to show you guys again how easy it is to thread this machine. So I'm just going to start from the beginning. And they always say don't pull from the top. So do as I say, not as I do. So optimally, you clip from the top, pull from the bottom, and that makes it so that the thread doesn't fray into your tension discs up there. So to thread the machine, it's super simple. All you have to do is, and Brother makes it so easy because they put the diagram on the machine. So in case you forget, it's right there for you. So one little trick is, once you get it in your take-up lever here, your foot is up. You put your foot down after that, and then you'll feel tension on the thread. That's how you know that your thread is in the tension discs of the machine. And then you can go through here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and my needle is threaded. Just that easy. And if y'all have any questions, let me know. All right, so also another thing that I wanted to mention is if you share this video, and if we get 20 shares on this video from you guys who are watching, I'm going to give away 2 sewing machines on Angela's show tomorrow. So to double your chances, go ahead and share this video to your friends. So the intuitive screen on this machine is really, really great because it tells you a lot of information on the surface. So when you're in a straight stitch, what would normally be the width adjustment is your needle position adjustment. So I have a favorite foot, which is an optional purchase. And that's I think everyone knows that this is my favorite foot. It's the SA 185. Okay. And let's see. Share. Hi, Barb. Hey, Marilyn. Thanks so much for watching. I'm sorry it's just me today, but we'll have a lot of fun. All right. So I love that the feet on these machines are snap on and off, and they're so easy to do that. And there's 2 ways to do it. So there's like a bar here. You see this bar? And that's basically just goes into the shank here. And there's a button in the back that releases the shank. So you can either just lower your shank onto the foot like that, or you can actually lift the foot onto your shank. So just like that. So that's a really simple way to do it. But with this foot, it's very important. Let's see. Nancy asked, how many inches from needle to right? That is a really good question. It's 8.3 inches from needle to neck. And the reason that she asked that is so important that you want a lot of space here. If you're working with a heavier, bulkier item, that will give you more space to work with. So one thing that I want to make note of when I'm using my 1/4 inch quilting foot with guide, which is currently 15% off with free shipping. And I'll put the code up there for you guys real quick. Hold on just a second. This is the code for Brother branded accessories. And this foot that I'm showing is SA 185. I've memorized it because it's my favorite foot. So if you can see here, my needle is not lining up with the center of my foot, which is a small hole. Why is it a small hole? Why is that, you ask? So this is for straight stitch only. And the reason why they made it a hole instead of a side-to-side opening is that you have even pressure on the top of your fabric when you use this foot. So it actually, instead of using this foot, where when you have your fabric underneath and your needle goes down into the fabric, that needle's going to create like a pull on the fabric. And if you don't have stabilization on the top that a straight stitch foot provides, then you're going to get a little bit more puckering. But it just so happens this machine's awesome, and I don't even get puckering on this foot. So I do like that. So let's see. Don't drop it. So 2 ways to do it. You can drop your foot on it or pull your foot up to the top. I saw someone do that, and I was like, oh, let me try. Let me start doing that from now on. So I want my needle in the center position. So I'm just going to switch this until it's in the center position. And I always turn my hand wheel just to make sure that I'm always in the center. There's also stitches that are center position. So this will be your left needle position with a reverse, your left with a lock stitch, middle with a reverse, middle with a lock stitch. So let's do middle with a lock stitch. I like that stitch. Okay, let me see if there's any more questions. Just like, oh, y'all are so sweet. Okay. Mary says that she recently purchased a BQ 1350. So far, you love it? Yes, that is definitely a great, great machine to have. I agree with that. All right. Hello, Brenda from Virginia. And Barbara, yes, this foot will fit any snap-on foot brother machine. You just have to make sure that you're in the center needle position. And again, that's SA 185. And we have plenty in stock. So I went ahead and I just pre-cut my Christmas squares, I guess. And I'm going to just start like quilting those together. So this foot has a guide on the side. And let me get just a little closer. And I apologize, I don't have my camera with me today. It's in my normal studio. So, so if you can see, there's a guide on the edge of this foot. Do you see that? That little guide? The fabric rests on the edge of that guide. So I can just begin to sew. And I really like 3.5 to 4.0 whenever I'm doing my stitching. And you'll notice on this machine, I started off of the fabric, which I would, JG, you are so sweet. We love you. Okay, so I started off the fabric and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start sewing. And listen how smooth and quiet this machine is. It's 850 stitches per minute, which is a very nice speed to have. And you also have a speed adjustment on it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my next squares, put them what I think is right side together. It's so hard to figure that out on a solid, but you can actually look at the weave. So like the texture of the weave, like that's how I determine on a solid what's the front and the back. Like, do you see the back of that versus the front of that? I don't know if you can tell the difference, but that's how I determine what's the front on certain types of fabric. But you can literally just like start sewing, make a few stitches off the fabric, and these longer feed dogs will catch that, and you can make a chain of quilting squares that's so easy to put together. So yes, whoever wins this, you have to do some quilting with this machine because it is perfect for quilting. And do you hear how smooth that is? So then whenever I'm done with putting my quilt pieces together, let me just zoom out real quick. And don't forget to share, because if I get 20 shares, I'm going to give away 2 machines tomorrow. And let's just see. I'm able to make a stitch off the fabric. I would never ever do that with a with a different machine. So I'm going to go ahead and trim my thread, lift my foot up, and look at the quality of this stitch. This is the Brother PS500. Look how straight and even that is. I think that it's so important for quilters, especially, to have a beautiful straight stitch. And this is, oh, Carrie, you look at the weave. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one that does it. I kind of made it up. I was like, I hope I'm not just making this up off the top of my head, but look how beautiful. That is a perfect stitch. And you know, there's a lot of sewing machine brands that tout that a perfect stitch is so important. And for a $599 Brother sewing machine, this is fantastic. And I'm kind of I'm persnickety about my quilting. But we also, let's just pretend, and you know what I do, guys? I take my strings and I use my little thread trimmer here to take them apart so I don't have to get my scissors out every time. And then you could just like open your squares, you can put them together and then make a quilt so easily. And then without even pinning, you just get your seams here and you can literally just go opposite ways. Now, say some people always say press to the left. Unless you're using different color fabrics, you want to go to the dark side. I would normally press this before doing this, but we're doing a demonstration on a sewing machine today and not a not an iron. So just to put these two together just real quick without ironing my fabric, which is like, oh, maybe that's a sin in sewing, but we're just living on the 1/4 inch edge today. And see how easy it is to make a perfect seam. And then you would actually, y'all watched Angela and Mr. Domestic, and he showed how to do those little flips over there. So if you saw that, chime in on that, because that was a really unique way for quilting too. So another thing, and we'll go back to our regular foot on this machine. This is an optional accessory. Again, it's SA 185. So let's see, let me take this banner off the screen. And I'm going to put my regular foot on here, and I'm just going to pop it up there. Just like so. Just like that. And then I'm going to go into my stitch selection on my machine. And let's just say I switch it to a decorative stitch, which is going to be in this section. And let's see on the top here what we want to choose. Oh my goodness, look at all these beautiful options. There's even an alligator, guys. Look at this. Look at the decorative stitch on this machine, how cute. Number 19. Do y'all think that, oh, pinwheels. Okay, Becky. So let's do number 19. So I'm going to choose my, this would be my utility stitch section, which is right here. This is my decorative stitch section, which is here. And then my A would be all my lettering that's available here. So I'm going to go to decorative stitch, and I'm going to choose number 19. Okay, so I choose number 19. It's going to tell me which foot on the screen to use. So it's actually telling me to use foot in. And when I pull out from my accessory tray, the feet that are in there, they're all labeled with their own nice and neat little spot to put them in. And this one's in, and it's actually labeled on the foot too. So there's no way to mess up. Brother makes it super, super simple. So I'll just put my in foot on. I'll put my J foot back into the J slot in the accessory tray. And then, let's see. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to go through some pretty thick fabric with this. So I'm going to turn it 4 times for this decorative stitch. And we'll put it under the foot. And then we're just going to start stitching and see what it looks like. And I think this one's going to be super cute. So cute. So are we up to 20 shares, y'all? If you share it, if I get 20 shares on this video tomorrow, I'm not going to give 1 machine away. I'm going to give 2 machines away tomorrow. So let's all up our chances by sharing. So, oh my goodness, this is super duper cute. Can you imagine this like on the bottom, on a ribbon base of something so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and click my thread trimmers, and we're going to look at the stitch. Look how cute that turned out. Isn't that precious? And that is amazing stitch quality from an entry-level priced machine. Only $5.99. And guess what, guys? We offer financing on that too. So I'm going to come back to the front and see if we have any more questions. And then I'm going to move on over to our SE 625 machine, and we're going to show a little bit of embroidery. So I'll be right back. I'm going to switch my camera.
Don't go anywhere.
Okay, so this is the RSE 625. It's a 4x4 embroidery area machine. And I just started, I picked a design on it because I thought, hey, it's almost Christmas. And how many days is Christmas? I can't believe it. It's like right around the corner. So one thing I love about this little machine is that it trims the jump stitches. So usually on a 4x4 embroidery hoop, you have to trim all of the little jumps. So on this one, it does trim the jump stitches for you. So it's super simple to use. It is a 4" by 4" embroidery area. So anything over that, you would need a larger size embroidery hoop, but this does a lot already. So on the screen, it'll tell me I've already done a few colors. So this is 3 out of 12 colors. And I'll just show you how easy this one is to thread and get started. And do as I say, not as I do. I usually clip from the top, pull from the bottom, but my scissors aren't handy. So I'm going to see, it shows on the screen that my next thread color is yellow. So to thread that, it's so easy. And if you guys watch Angela's show, I love that show. The It's So Easy TV show. By Angela Wolff, who is why we're doing this video today and giving away machines tomorrow. So that's really exciting. So it's really easy to thread. And one trick, always do this. After you get to your take-up lever, lower your foot and pull the thread. Make sure that it's in the tension disc correctly. I always do that. And you go behind number 6. And don't fling your thread across the entire machine. And then 7. Then there's a little trimmer on the side here. And then all you have to do is that, and voila, your needle is threaded immediately. It's amazing. So I'm going to put my foot back up. I'm going to pull this little loop through. And then we are going to start embroidering our next color. And then, so I just lower my foot and the button turns green and then I click go. It's so easy, guys. All right, I think we have time to do a quick unboxing. Let's see here. All right, so I'm gonna just move my camera over really quick while that machine is embroidering. That's our RSE 625 combination sewing and embroidery machine. So this one is a sewing machine. This is our NS80. So if I get 20 shares on this video, I'm going to be giving away an NS80 tomorrow. And for those of you who haven't been exposed to this machine, this is the machine that Angela uses on her boat. And let me know if you can hear me over the embroidery machine. All right. So we're just going to open this up. I know they just sold one in retail. It's just been popping in our Baton Rouge retail store. So I had to literally open one for them because they didn't have an open one to show. So I was like, oh, we'll just do an unboxing. So you get your Brother power cord, and all of their power cords are the same. And y'all, I've noticed that there's some TVs out there that have the same power cord style. It's so universal, like, and easy. If you misplace it, they're so easy to find and replace. And I just love that they don't have some kind of random plug-in style that's hard to find or discontinued or this and that. You have this nice foot control. That's the same one that's included on the PS500 that we have. So I'm going to put this on the floor. And you'll notice that this one is actually a little bit, this machine's going to be a little smaller in size. So here's just some accessories that come in there in the box. And get my scissors out and pull the styrofoam out. Okay, let's see. I should have it on my side, on its side, so it's easier to do. But it's like opening a new machine for Christmas is so exciting. All right, so here's our instruction manual. You can see that. And I'm going to open the styrofoam edging on this. Okay. There we go. There's a lot of tape on it. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. So be sure to share this video. If we get 20 shares, I'll include this machine as a giveaway tomorrow as well. Just for the Wolff pack and Angela. So this is the NS80 machine. This is a sewing only, and it has a phenomenal straight stitch, just like the PS500 that we just showed. And this is it. Oh, and look how light it is. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. And I love that all of the stitches, your main stitches are listed here. It's got the wonderful accessory tray that opens from the front that I love. And I love the stitch selector. So let's go ahead and plug this one in. I'm going to rob Peter to pay Paul for my for my sewing machine cords. Do you guys ever do that? Because I know like they use a lot of the same cords. So oftentimes I use the cord from one machine to power another if I don't have time to undo the cord. So, oh yes. You'll know it's a new Brother that has new Brother blue tape on the front, which is so exciting. So let's turn it on and we'll start sewing. All right, so I'm going to take my bobbin. So most Brother machines take a class 15 bobbin. That's part number SA156. And there's one that's called SA155. That one is for L bobbins. So, oh my gosh, look how easy it is just to change the bobbin in this machine because of the drop-in style bobbin, which is wonderful. I'm going to bring the camera just a little bit closer so y'all can see that. Alrighty. I'll just move the machine up just a little bit. Okay. So if you can see the bobbin area, how many of you guys have lost this little thing? Just chime in. But this is the bobbin case for this machine. And it's got a little guide on it and a little thread trimmer right here that trims your thread the exact correct length that's optimal for starting your stitch, which is awesome. So it's easy just to take your bobbin out, put a new one in, and it even has a diagram so you know, okay, this machine goes counterclockwise. I don't have to look it up in the manual. It's just right there on the machine. So I love that they make these so user-friendly, which is great. And then it's really easy to thread the machine as well. Like we said, all you have to do is 1, 2, 3. Put your foot down, feel the tension, go behind this little metal bar. And this one has that awesome needle threader that we all love that Brother has patented. So it's great. And yay. Let's see. Oh, I didn't put it through the right thing. Hold on just a second, guys. Let me do it not from the side, and I'll do it from the front. All right. There we go. Now the needle is threaded, and let's just start sewing. I'll put my last oh, I'll use my 1/4" quilting foot with guide on this machine. And this one also has, just to compare the two J foots, the PS500 has the longer J foot, and guess what? So does this one in a compact machine, which is so great because that gives the stabilization on the fabric. You're not going to get sucked in the beginning. It's just wonderful. So I'm going to put my 1/4" foot with guide on, and then I'm going to make sure that my needle again is in the center needle position in my foot. Oh, look, my dad is watching. Thank you. Everybody give John M. Douthit a shout out because he started this business in 1976. So I'm going to choose number 3 as my stitch, and see how easy it is to change your stitch. It's a dial, which is so nice. So I'm going to choose stitch number 3, which is a center needle position. Or if I wasn't on stitch number 3, say I was in a left needle position stitch, I would use my width adjustment to move my needle right and left. Do you see that? How the needle bar's moving right and left? I think someone asked how many we have in stock. These machines we have good inventory on right now that's forecasted through the end of the year. So no fear if you order one right now, you'll be fine. We have plenty of inventory to go around and to do giveaways on. So I'm just going to take my other quilting square that I had before. So you remember how we did our perfect 1/4", and the guide made it stitch perfectly straight, which I can't stitch straight. So why don't I just find a foot that can do that for me? So then I'm going to take my seams right side together. So I have my seam here and my seam here. And then I'm going to find the center point, put them together, and again, do as I say, not as I do. I truly recommend always ironing your machine, not your machine, Barbara, your fabric. I believe, well, I know from experience that having a good iron is just as important as having a good sewing machine. So, so don't judge me because I didn't iron this, but we'll just do some stitching. And let's see, this one is ready to go. So we're just going to, and I apologize, I don't have the best angle on this one right now. But we're going to just start stitching, and it's pulling the fabric backwards. And I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. Just like that. And this machine sounds very similar to the PS500. This machine is $100 less than the PS500 at $499. And it's portable enough to bring on an airplane, which is nice if you plan on traveling in the future. If you need to, you know, go visit people and also bring your sewing machine along as your carry-on, you can totally do that. Now this one doesn't have the thread trimmers like the other one did. So if you're interested in thread trimming, definitely consider the PS500. So I'm just going to trim my threads, and we have our perfect 1/4" seam allowance, and I'll show you that stitch up close so you can see the stitch quality of this machine. I think this is a very nice stitch for a compact machine. You can see that. Beautiful stitch. It's very straight. Very straight. So yeah, I'm gonna bring you back to our embroidery machine, and we'll see that the yellow stitched out here, and check out my embroidery that we were doing on the RSE 625 machine. So that's going to be a Christmas, what do you call it? A sleigh, a Christmas sleigh. So let's go back to that machine and we'll just check on that design. So what I love about this machine is that it will tell you exactly how many minutes you have left. So I have done 7 minutes out of 18. I have done 5 out of 12 threads and 2,664 stitches out of 7,011 stitches. So what happens if I break a thread? No problemo, because you have this handy dandy needle with a plus and minus next to it. So you can go forward and back stitches if anything happens, if a thread breaks. You can also go forward and back in thread colors too. So it's very, very user friendly. I love this machine. And let's just look, we'll go back to the beginning and look at some of the built-in designs on this machine. Oh, and did I mention it's also a sewing machine? Let's see. Let's just turn it off and on and go back home. So did y'all share yet? If you share this video, then you get a chance to win not one, but 2 sewing machines tomorrow on Angela's show. So I'm going to touch the screen and you will see it is in embroidery mode. So you have different categories of embroidery. You have decorative fonts, your block fonts, your outlines. These are beautiful, 2 beautiful categories of embroidery designs for your machine. And it's a color touchscreen, which is such a nice thing to have. And it has a USB port in the side. So if you want to bring in additional designs, you can do so. Look how cute. Look how cute that is. So if I wanted to zoom in on something to see it closer, I could. I could rotate. There's just so many things that you can do with this machine. So I'm going to detach the embroidery unit and we'll go ahead and look at the sewing part of this machine. Oh, let's see. Turn it off, turn it back on. All right. All right, so here's your sewing functions of this machine. And it's really easy to check the different categories of stitches. So if I want a utility stitch, that would be number 1. We have some decorative stitches in 2 and 3. Number 4, you have your bar tack. Hello, that's so important. That's this one here. They use that on jeans all the time. Eyelet, button sewing on, all of these different styles of buttonholes, which is really important because we don't always sew buttonholes on the same type of material. And there's different buttonholes for different types of material. You also have some extra wide, beautiful stitches in here. And you can save stitches. So if you make adjustments to them, you can. And there's just so many different things in here. So I wanted to show you these 3 machines because I think that they are phenomenal. So I'm going to come back in. And we're going to close out the show. But everybody comment hashtag SocialHop2020. It's right here in this video. And please like us and comment and share for a chance to win even more tomorrow on Angela's show. So, oh my gosh, let me just check the comments. Barbara, yes, Brother makes amazing machines. And that just makes me, I took some time this week to look at AllBrands' mission statement because we're, planning for the future, and I always look at that because I think that it's important to know where we are, where we're coming from. And one of our main points that we hold near and dear as a company that my parents actually ingrained into us children is that AllBrands.com is a buying agent for our customers. We're not a selling agent for any one manufacturer. We hand select every product that we sell. We test it. We make sure that we're selling you good quality products. And we just so happen to love Brother. They make wonderful machines, but they're not the only brand we sell. We sell tons of brands. But we definitely hand select everything that we sell so that you can feel confident when you shop with us that we have pre-screened everything that we do offer on our website so that you get good quality product from a family-owned and operated business since 1976. And our family of employees that work with us. And we're so excited that every year we give turkeys and hams to all of our employees. But because of all of the support with everyone making face masks and buying machines this year, we're excited that next year we're going to have a new website. All of our employees are getting big bonuses at the end of the year. So thank you for helping to make that happen. We hold you and our internal and external customers very near and dear to our heart. So let me, let's see, you have trouble with the sound. Okay, let me know if. Okay, hopefully you can hear me a little bit better now. Let me know. Barbara, you're so sweet. Let's see if there's any more questions. Oh, so great to see everyone. Connie, Marilyn, Eugenia. Mary, how many stitches come with the machine? Good question. So with the PS500, it's 100 stitches. I know for sure. I'll have to look it up on the other ones and respond to you after the video. But they have all the basic stitches that you will need and more than you will probably ever use in your lifetime. It's so funny that I look at machines and I'm like, okay, well, this one says that it has 500 stitches. Well, I think 98% of the time I use straight stitch on a sewing machine, nothing else. I think the other stitches are wonderful, but I think that having a good quality machine that offers a good straight stitch is number one, in my opinion. Yeah. So I'll look up those stitches for you, and but all of these three machines are excellent quality. We had a very good buy-in with the manufacturer, so we have them at really good pricing, and we have plenty of inventory for Christmas, and we're shipping. We're also shipping. So let's see, what else do I have today? Don't forget to share this video. If we get 20 shares, I will give away not one, but 2 sewing machines tomorrow on Angela's and the Wolff Packs giveaway for Social Hop 2020. So Tammy, me please, Lisa, thank you so much for sticking with me and putting up with me being at the office and not in my sewing studio. But we're really excited for what's to come. And we want to thank you so much for all of your support. And from my heart to yours and from the AllBrands family to yours, thank you for being part of our sewing community. We love you, and just keep on sewing because this is such a great thing that we do.
So I'm going to pop out and I'll see you tomorrow with Angela Wolff. And I hope everybody does something creative today to enrich their life and has good, fun things planned. Okay, my father is watching. He says the PS500 has 100 stitches and the NS80 has 80. That makes sense. Well, the 80 has 80, but the 500 has 100. Okay, got it. All right, love you guys. Mwah. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and be creative. We love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.